Fade in from black. A title appears on the screen in large, bold, white font. My Blind Life. An image appears on the screen of a brain emoji. An image appears on the screen of a woman with a long, white mobility cane emoji. An image appears on the screen of a man with a long, white mobility cane emoji. A title appears on the screen in large, white, bold font. We are all unique! Exclamation mark.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's vlog. And on today's episode, I want to talk to you guys about person first language versus identity first language and what I personally use as a totally blind person. What exactly is person first language, you ask? Person first language is referring to the person before the disability. For example, my name's Daniela and I'm blind. What exactly is identity first language, you ask? Identity first language is referring to the disability before the person. For example, I'm blind. My name's Daniela. I'm not exactly sure why, but this is a very controversial topic within the disability community. Most people either go to person first language or to identity first language, but there are a few people like myself who switch between the two. Sorry for any background noise you guys do hear. I'm trying to edit everything out as best I can. It definitely is quieter than it was. That cough was really loud. It was in a different room. And I do have my noise reduction turned on to 100% to get background noise out. But there's just some stuff that is loud and iMovie can't edit it out. So I use person first language when I'm around my family, when I'm around my friends, when I'm around the people that support me the most. And it's because I know to them that I am a person, that I need accommodations because I'm a person. I don't need to stress my disability in order to get accommodations like I'd have to in certain other situations. So I used identity first language a lot in school to get accommodations. And I think, looking back on this now, everybody uses identity first language when you're in a school or workplace situation. I've never been in a workplace situation, but I have been on a college placement. And I feel like it's very common then to use identity first language because you're always asking for accommodations. So my experience with college was that I was always asking for accommodations and always having to fight for what I needed. So I found for me, using identity first language gave me more success. For example, I'm blind, I need this accommodation. So putting my blindness before me as a person to gain access to accommodations definitely helped me. Did it make the college think any less of me? I don't think so. I think they still did view me as another student, but it definitely did give me more access to accommodations than I would have had just saying I'm Daniela and I need a scribe, a reader, a note taker, and whatever else I needed. Now, so I'm clear, identity first language isn't always the greatest in some situations. For example, because my college was disclosing to placements before I started the placement that I was blind, we had a really challenging time finding me a placement to the point where I almost didn't graduate. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was able to do a modified placement, I would not have gotten my college diploma in the program that I took. So identity first language isn't always good for getting accommodations. It definitely backfired for my college placements, and it also has backfired at numerous points in my personal life. So I am an equestrian. I do horseback ride. If you're interested in equestrian content, I am planning at some point on getting some out. I don't know when that will be, so stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button if you want to know when I'm posting equestrian content, hit the notification button. Subscribe to my channel if you want to watch equestrian content or content about blindness. So I was trying to find a barn a few years ago to go to, and I had disclosed to barns that I was blind, and so many barns refused me solely on the fact that I had a visual impairment and I was blind and I was considered a liability. And that's the same exact reason I got refused from placement after placement after placement for college. So identity first language isn't always good for getting accommodations depending on the situation. For me personally, with my college class accommodations and college placement accommodations, because I did get accommodations at placement, let me know in the comments if you would like a video on my college experience. I can post one. I have no issues doing that. So I would use my blindness to get easier access to class accommodations, because when I said I was blind, I got them a little easier. Even though I needed them, I didn't have to fight as much. That's what I want to say. I'm not saying I'm taking advantage of the college system. I never did that. What I did do is say, because of my blindness, I need this, instead of because I'm a person, I need this, and it did work for getting accommodations for class and while on placement. However, to actually find a college placement and to find a horseback riding barn, that was a situation where I would have been better off to go in and use person first language instead of identity first language. So I guess to summarize this video, what I'm saying is it's up to you which language you use, whether you use person first or identity first language. Each language has its own set of barriers. Each language has its own set of strengths, and you can combine the two like I do. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with what you use. You just have to figure out what works best for you and your specific situation. Sometimes person first language can be really, really great, and it can empower you to have access to more opportunities, more relationships, more friendships. Sometimes person first language you can lose those opportunities, and identity first language is how you gain those friendships and those relationships. It depends on what type of relationships and friendships you want, and it depends on the people you're associating with. So the people that I personally associate with won't hesitate to socialize with me because of my disability. I have experienced that in the past. If you want to see a video about that, leave that in the comments. So I personally in my life have people who want to be in my life regardless of my disability, who don't see my disability as a disadvantage to them, as a hindrance, as an annoyance. So I'm 150% safe using person first or identity first language around them. As I did previously say, I do use person first language around them, but if I do have to use identity first language for school or a barn or something like that, I'm totally comfortable with switching between the two with those people. Now, I do want to say a quick message to people that support those with disabilities. I'm not attacking any of the people that support me. They're amazing, great people. I'm glad they're in my life. But the one thing I can say is respect somebody's decision to use identity first, person first, or a combination of the two languages. I've seen so many times on Facebook and so many times in the community with people that I associate with that want to use person first or identity first language, and their support staff don't respect what they want to use. They use what they want to use because they don't understand that it is the person that's supporting's choice in what language they use. Or they don't understand what person first and what identity first language is. So the best advice I can say is talk to the person you're supporting and ask, do you want person first language, identity first language, or a combination of the two? If they don't understand what person first language or identity first language is, please take the time to educate and explain it to them. so they can make an informed decision. And if you don't know what person first language or identity first language is, I'm super glad you clicked on this video. I hope it educated and informed you on what it is. I hope that it helped you better support those who you are supporting. And if you have a disability yourself, that it helped you learn how you want to be referred to, what type of language you want to use, and that sort of stuff. If you like this sort of content, if you liked this video, please give it a like, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content about blindness and blindness education and sort of daily life stuff, and eventually horseback riding stuff and barn stuff, and eventually crafting stuff. I do want this channel to grow, but have the main focus on blindness and how I accomplish those tasks as a person with a visual impairment. If you have any suggestions or questions for me, please leave them in the comments. I will either answer the comment as a reply, or I will do a video on it if I can get enough content together. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you found this video helpful. Please share it. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys all later. I'm super excited for the next video that I will be uploading. It's going to be amazing. You guys are all going to find it amazing. Everybody in my life sees it and finds it amazing. So I know you guys will too. Have a great day. You guys are amazing. You guys are all positive. Thanks for everyone so far who has viewed my first video and subscribed to my channel. It's amazing. I was not expecting my channel to grow this far. Bye! Gave the thumbs up if you didn't see it.